husband, who was literally taken out for the entire world to see. This woman is not grieving anything. She skipped straight to acceptance. This is most definitely PR, and they're using your grief for marketing.
That man, that young man, I forgive him.
The internet's hell, hasn't it? It really has. It's finished. And I'm all for jokes, especially dark jokes, but taking the piss out of a woman for her mourning her murdered husband? Is that where it is now?
Joe Rogan just dropped a revelation that no one, not even his most devoted listeners, could have seen coming. During a recent discussion, he hinted at a private secret involving Erika Kirk, something she allegedly kept hidden from Charlie Kirk's parents. The moment those words left his mouth, the internet exploded with speculation, theories, and shock. This wasn't just another passing remark. Rogan's tone was serious, deliberate, and filled with the kind of weight that makes people stop scrolling and start listening. Was it an act of betrayal, a moment of protection, or something far deeper that no one on the outside could ever understand? Whatever the truth may be, one thing is certain: if what Joe said is true, it could completely shatter everything fans thought they knew about the Kirks, their image, their loyalty, and the picture-perfect unity they've built in front of the world. Joe Rogan has built his empire on unfiltered honesty, a man who isn't afraid to challenge anyone, no matter how powerful or controversial they may be. His words carry weight because he speaks without fear, and when he drops a hint, people listen. On the other side of this story stands Charlie Kirk, the outspoken conservative voice, constantly in the headlines for his bold takes and unapologetic opinions. Alongside him is his wife, Erika Kirk, who has always maintained an image of grace, calm, and quiet strength. Together, they've portrayed the perfect partnership, grounded in faith, family, and shared values. But as Rogan's words echo across social media, a different picture begins to emerge. Behind those polished smiles and carefully curated moments lies a story that no one saw coming. A story that, according to Rogan's cryptic comments, may have been hidden in plain sight all along. It happened almost casually, the kind of moment that starts small but ends up taking over the internet. During one of Joe Rogan's recent podcast conversations, he drifted into a story about loyalty and secrets among high-profile political families. His tone was different this time, measured, deliberate, carrying that edge that lets you know he's holding back more than he's saying. Then, almost offhandedly, he said something that froze listeners in their tracks. He didn't mention any names directly, but the clues were all there: the description, the timing, the context, and within minutes, fans were convinced he was talking about Charlie Kirk and his wife, Erika. Rogan hinted that someone close to a major conservative voice had hidden something important from the family, not out of malice, but out of fear of what the truth might do. His exact words: if they ever found out, it would change how they saw everything, hit like a thunderclap. The room went quiet for a second, and even his guest looked taken aback, unsure if Rogan had just crossed into dangerous territory. By the time the clip hit social media, the speculation was unstoppable. Fans began dissecting every pause, every facial expression, every tone shift. Reddit threads exploded with theories. Some believed Rogan was protecting someone close to him by speaking in riddles. Others were certain he was deliberately exposing a buried truth about the Kirks. Whatever it was, one thing became clear: this wasn't just another wild story from Rogan's show. It was a leak, and it had just cracked open a secret that no one was supposed to hear. Within hours of Rogan's clip surfacing online, the internet went into a complete frenzy. Twitter threads, Reddit deep dives, and YouTube reaction videos started popping up faster than anyone could keep up. Fans began connecting dots, matching old interviews, timelines, and even subtle social media posts from Erika and Charlie, all in an effort to figure out what could possibly be the secret Rogan was hinting at. Every pause in Rogan's voice, every side comment, became a clue in a digital scavenger hunt that had everyone talking. Some fans immediately came to Erika's defense, saying it was unfair to drag her into speculation over something so personal. They argued that everyone, even public figures, deserves privacy, especially when family is involved. One tweet that went viral said, "Maybe she hid something to protect the people she loves." Not every secret is a betrayal, but others weren't so forgiving. Comment sections started to fill with anger, accusations, and disbelief. Some called her calculated, claiming that Rogan's story confirmed long-standing whispers about hidden tensions within the Kirk family. Others insisted that if she truly kept something from Charlie's parents, it crossed a line, especially in a family so publicly rooted in values of honesty and faith. As debates heated up, The tone online grew emotional and divided. Supporters painted Erika as a woman carrying the burden of something too painful to reveal, while critics accused her of deceiving those closest to her. It wasn't just gossip anymore, it had become a moral battleground. Every side was certain they were right, and the truth, still buried under layers of speculation, screenshots, and suspicion. As the rumors spread, the emotional weight of the story started to hit deeper than anyone expected. This wasn't just another internet scandal or casual bit of gossip, it felt raw, personal, and strangely human. The idea that Erika may have hidden something from Charlie's parents struck a chord with people who have lived through their own family secrets. Viewers weren't just curious anymore. They were empatha. Comments poured in from fans saying, "We've all kept something to protect someone we love," while others confessed that Rogan's story reminded them of the pain that comes when the truth finally surfaces. The story had turned from a headline into a mirror, reflecting the tension between honesty and protection, love and loyalty. And for the Kirks, whose public life has always been framed around family unity and faith, this rumor cut deeper than any political feud. It touched on trust, the one thing that holds every relationship together. If Rogan's implication was true, this wasn't about fame or power anymore. It was about heartbreak. In the days that followed, the silence was deafening. Neither Charlie Kirk nor Erika made a statement, and Joe Rogan refused to elaborate. That silence only fueled the fire. Every social media post from the Kirks was dissected for hidden meaning. Did Erika's absence from a recent event mean something? Was Charlie's somber tone during his latest interview connected to the leak? Fans analyzed everything down to the smallest detail. Some insiders claimed the family was trying to handle things privately, while others whispered that tensions had reached a breaking point behind closed doors. Yet, through it all, the Kirks maintained a united front, calm in public, unreadable in private. But in the world of digital gossip, silence doesn't protect, it provokes. And for fans who had grown invested in their story, that quiet only made the truth feel closer, heavier, and far more real. Zooming out, this story became something bigger than Joe Rogan's leak or Erika's alleged secret. It became a reflection of the cost of living in the spotlight, where personal pain becomes public entertainment and private choices turn into public debates. People began asking the harder questions. How much truth do public figures owe their audience? Is privacy still possible in a world built on exposure? Even Rogan's fans were divided. Some applauded him for bringing authenticity to the surface, for daring to talk about the messy, human side of fame. Others said he went too far, that some things should never be hinted at publicly.
Assassination is still being covered up. She is still walking around with the same security from September 10th, saying she's so excited for the new content that she'll be releasing. Isn't it strange how a widow stepped into the CEO role? She did 3 speeches already, one at a stadium. Charlie's family didn't even speak and she's selling t-shirts. Is already hosting her husband's podcast. Now doing an all-American halftime show with performers. She's not even home with her 2 young children who just lost their dad. Not to mention how they're still trying to cover up.
Whatever the case, one thing became clear. The internet had stopped talking about just Erika or Charlie. They were now talking about everyone who's ever lived under the weight of a hidden truth. In the end, no one really knows what Joe Rogan meant by that cryptic statement, and maybe that's what keeps people hooked. Was he protecting someone close to the truth? Or did he accidentally expose something never meant to see the light of day? What we do know is that this story isn't over. The silence, the speculation, the emotion, it's all still unfolding in real time. And with Rogan, nothing stays buried for long, so now the question is yours. Do you believe Erika was protecting her family, or hiding something that could change everything? Let us know in the comments below, and if you want to stay ahead of every twist and turn in this story, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because this one is just getting started.